What if Deku had the commandments? Part 5. Sorry, I did say Inko died in, I believe, the first or second part, which ended up getting Izuku his black energy, demonic flames, whatever you want to call it. Now, for a little bit of explaining to do after the ending of part 4, if you didn't watch that, please go ahead and watch that. Now, Izuku's going to be a full-on demon. Now, Inko is going to be human, but as soon as Izuku got his power, that's when he changed into a demon. And this is also when his sister Izumi would have changed into a demon, meaning they have 7 hearts. Now, last time I said Izuku decapitated Izumi, his sister. Right after this, all of her hearts exploded as her energy got sent up and then absorbed itself into Izuku, or Izuku absorbed that energy, giving him the rest of the 10 commandments. Izuku is now does Izuku now has the 10 commandments. I also forgot to say go vote on what if should come out on Saturday. I believe the winning one right now is What If Deku had Rewind. Now, back to this. Izuku, after killing his sister, is kind of distraught. As this was the last day of the internships, Izuku doesn't go to UA for a whole nother week. Like, everyone's been wondering why he hasn't come, as they're pretty much just studying for the final exam. But everyone's wondering, where's Izuku? Why has he not shown up? Now, nobody can explain this as nobody knows where Izuku lives besides the staff, and nobody knows what actually happened. There's no evidence about his sister There's no evidence about his sister even having a sister. Like, Inko just made her disappear. Like, there was no sister in Izuku's life. So, nobody knows how hard this must be for somebody Izuku. Like, imagine killing one of your relatives that you just met. Like, and as kind as Izuku is, imagine how hard this must be. Now, on the day of the exams, Nezu actually somehow got in contact with Izuku and told him if he did not come to the finals, he'd probably have to expel Izuku. Izuku didn't want to come, but he ended up having to and take the exams. Now, once there, everyone started asking what happened. Suzuku says one thing that shocks them all. He just says, "I killed my sister. She was brainwashed into becoming a villain, and I couldn't turn her back. I wish I could. I had to kill her. Imagine how hard that must be. Somebody you don't even know, but related to you by blood, having to be killed by your own hands." Everyone's just shocked by this. They're like, he used to be so happy, and now he's just so sad. Like, everyone's just sort of confused by this. They're like, sister, Izuku had a sister? They look towards Aizawa, he just shrugs, like, I don't know. Now, Izuku's paired up with Momo to face off against All Might. I mean, everybody knows how strong Deku is, so they gave him the strongest person to fight against. Now, once walking in there, everyone is watching as Izuku sees All Might charging right at him. Izuku stops All Might and says, "Have you ever felt pain because you knew you couldn't do anything? Have you ever felt loss because you were forced to stand on the sidelines and watch as buddy you loved gets killed?" All Might just laughs awkwardly. He's like, "Ha ha ha, young Midoriya, what are you talking about?" All Might stops suddenly as his body starts to convert into stone. So as Izuku just looks at him and looks down, he's like, I thought so. When somebody so strong has something hidden from everybody. So, who is it, All Might? Who's the person you loved? Were they family? They a mentor? I know about your power. Remember, you offered it to me. But who is that special person? Who made you turn into stone for lying? All Might just standing there and he's like, I can't tell them. Everybody's watching. All Might turned fully into stone. Suzuku just looks up where the cameras are and asks, did I win, Nezu, or did I lose? Nezu just says, well, I guess you won since All Might can't participate anymore. But, weird. You okay? Like, everyone's just confused about Izuku. He just, in the span of a week, he turned into a natural, happy-go-lucky guy into this deep, emo person. Like Sasuke wanting to kill his brother, or wanting to get revenge on Itachi, which is his brother. It just made his. I believe this is. I believe this just made his little fan club just like him even more. He's turning into Sasuke. Well, not really, but kind of is. Now, Izuku. Izuku likes likes that people are like Izuku is still very much confused about everything that's going on. He just killed his sister, he just beat All Might, everything like he's a 50-50. There's bad things and there's good. And pretty much nobody can understand that. Izuku and Momo end up walking back. Nezu congratulates them with shaking their hands, shakily shaking Izuku's, kind of stuttering, talking to him, saying that they passed the final exam, that they will be going to the field trip or the training camp next week. Now, everyone ends up taking the test, and the same group of kids ends up failing, except this time Bakugo comes with them. Now, after all of this happens, they go to the training camp and end up sliding down a mountain by after getting tricked by the Wild Wild Pussycat. Now, Izuku knew this situation too well, so before this he asked, you guys aren't gonna trick us into doing anything, right? As they all laugh and like, nope, we're not tricking you guys into anything. So I was like, wait, don't. As they put their hands down, or one of them does, as the mountain starts sliding, as all of them start turning to stone. So I was just like, Midoriya, what will it take for you to unpetrify them? Zuku just looks at them as he's like, oh, a free ride on the bus. Everyone just like, damn, that's stupid commandment of truth. As Zuku is riding on the bus, as he unpetrifies the Wild Pussycats, as they're like, wait, what happened? Weren't we just with a bunch of the UA students? Why are we on the bus? Zuku just laughs and he says, you lied to me. Because you were in the presence of me. My power activated, the power of commandment of truth. Now, since you lied, you petrified into stone. Well, the cats didn't really understand, but just went along with it. They were confused. That's the best way to sum it up. Now, Izuku got a free ride, and once they get back, eats dinner, and ends up going to bed. Now, the next day, some interesting things happens. Izuku's just training his physical body because they don't honestly know how they could possibly train their quirk. So if you guys hear that, there's a helicopter passing by. But they are not sure how to train Izuku's quirk. They just don't understand. So Izuku just focuses on his physical body, which ends up improving his flames or energy. That's when all of a sudden Izuku turns around to see blue flames everywhere. Izuku's wondering about this and he's like, blue flames. Wonder what that could mean. Then it hits him. There is villains in the training camp. It also hits him that where's Koda? One of the cat's nephews. He is honestly just stuck. Should he go save them or should he save his class? Zuku goes with the more unselfish option, I'd say, and goes and saves the little kid. Izuku starts running around looking for Koda, only to find him that he's nowhere around. He doesn't know where Koda could be. That's until he stumbles across a cliffside, where he sees a very muscular villain with a kid in a spiky devil-looking hat. Zuku runs up to them. He's like, Koda, get back! It's a villain! Koda turns around. He's like, help. He's pretty much just getting choked by Muscular. I mean, not Muscular's just toying with him, because he could probably snap his neck with the flick of his pinky finger. Now, as this is going on, Izuku rushes in and sends black flames right at Muscular. Muscular's just like, damn it, kid, really have to do this? I don't really need to kill you, do I? For all the people I kill, you'll be the most enjoyable. Zuku's just like, alright then, go ahead. His Muscular just goes right in on Izuku, and I'm not sure if this is actually how this is work. Now, Muscular is pretty much a serial killer, along with most of the people there, so I'm just gonna say maybe updating the commandment of pacifism a little. All of a sudden, Muscular starts aging. He's like, what's going on? What? Ow. Is this your cork or something? Zuku just looks down at a crumbling old Muscular. He's like, the commandment of pacifism. Buddy who's killed rapidly or admits to killing rapidly ends up having their own time stolen. That's my little twist to the commandment, so I'm just changing it a little bit. But Izuku's not going to be able to use it as much because any villain he could probably just take down as easy as that would seem. I'm not going to let Izuku have that much of an overpower, even though he already is. Now after this, Izuku starts running around until he meets Toga, who's like, hey, are you Izuku Midoriya? We're trying to kidnap you. And this Bakugo guy, but I'm not sure where he is. I haven't heard from anybody yet. Remember, Bakugo is with Aizawa, so he's not going to get kidnapped. Now, Izuku is wondering, the League of Villains, were they the ones that supposedly kidnapped my sister? Izuku starts running around trying to capture as many villains as possible, which he ends up capturing Spinner and Magni, but Toga ends up randomly turning invisible, disappearing. Now, during this crusade of taking down villains, Kurogiri opens a portal under him, to which Izuku does not notice. He ends up falling into this portal and lands right into the trap of the villains. As soon as this happens, they call back their forces as everyone regroups at the training camp. They start asking questions until Momo says, wait, where's Izuku? This just makes all the fangirls start freaking out, with all the boys they're like, wait, the strongest one of us just got kidnapped? How strong must these villains have been for this to happen? Now, back to Izuku. They tied him up into a chair and put anti-cork handcuffs on him as they start talking to him and telling him to join the League of Villains. That's when Izuku asks a question that makes all of the League shiver in fear. In a cold voice, Izuku asks with a glare, if they were the ones who kidnapped his sister. Shigaraki just laughs and says, "Of course not. We didn't kill anybody. We didn't kidnap anybody. Why would you say that?" Zuko just smirks evilishly as he's like, "Yes, you are. You just lied to the commandment of truth. Now face the wrath of..." As Shigaraki slowly starts turning into stone. This just makes Shigaraki like, what's going on? All the villains just look at Izuku as they power up their corpse, only to get a massive flame or wall of black, dark energy consumes them. Kurogiri tries to do something only to get knocked out by another wave of this energy. While this is going on, All For One is in the next room preparing to fight. He has no clue what's really going on. Now, Izuku, he's just preparing to get his fight on. As he cracks his knuckles, he's like, "Alright, let's do this." As soon as he says this, All For One breaks through the door. He's like, "Prepare to die, Izuku Midoriya." Suzuki is like, "You were the one who kidnapped my sister, weren't you?" All For One just laughs and says, "Of course. She was so powerful. I couldn't have just kidnapped her. She was even more powerful than you if you didn't train your body every day, unlike her. Now, I will kill you so you can go visit your sister in hell." All For One says this and launches himself right at Izuku, who blocks it with a wall of flames. Izuku thinks that if Izumi was kidnapped by All For One, then he probably knows about the commandments and wouldn't be stupid enough to tell him or make him be able to activate one of them. So, Zuko starts fighting with his black flames until he's like, "No, it's not gonna be enough. I don't think I'll be able to activate the half demon form. How will I be able to do it?" So that's where I'm going to leave it off, guys. A cliffhanger for tomorrow, which will probably be a shorter video. But I hope you guys did enjoy this part of What If Deku Had a Commandment. See ya, guys. Bye.